everyone, welcome back to another episode of Birdies with Boynsy. We've got the dry weather, but we haven't quite got that sunshine out today. It's a little bit colder, it's a little bit chillier, and the ball's not going to quite fly as far. So we're back on the 17th, same location as last week, but we're in the rough. The drive hasn't quite found the fairway, and we've just got a trickier approach, nearly bringing that water into play. So we're going to hit a shot from here and a shot from up close. Or we're going to hit two shots from here, because we're going to show two different ways to approach this, and one shot from up closer, because the cameraman has said, well, not everyone's going to hit the fairway. Why don't we show them how to play these shots from out of the rough and the trickier shots over the hazards? Right, so we've got 155 yards. The wind is in the air and it is helping slightly. So for me, that's a good solid 8-iron. Now that these conditions are getting nicer, first ball I'm going to hit is going to start straight at the flag and hopefully stay there, and we're going to take that water out of play. Second shot, we're going to start it left, even further away from the hazard, and just move it back into that middle of the green. We could try and start it out of the hazard and turn it back on, but then that we run the risk of either if the ball doesn't turn, it could end up in the hazard. I don't feel that if we overcut it, it's going to end up in the hazard, because I'm going to club up for this. So first shot, straight at the flag, we're going to get the 8-iron, let's get the tracer on it. 8-iron on that great line, maybe even just had a tiny little bit of draw. We'll see that on the tracer. Wasn't quite flush out the middle, so probably hasn't just tracked all the way back to the flag. It's just at the front of the green. Maybe at first swing of the day, it's a little bit cold. Maybe could have gone 7, but that's got the potential to go long. So now we're going to hit that cut shot. I'm going to club up, definitely because that 8-iron's come up short. I'm going to club up to the 7, just start it out left and just fade it back to the flag. Like I said, if it overfades, it will be middle of the green. I don't want to be starting at that water and trying to bring it back in. So let's see how that fade shot goes. So we ventured up nearer the green because the cameraman wants this lake in the way. He wants to see a shot and how we're going to play it to this flag. As we can see, just that 7-iron's maybe gone a little bit further. Like I said, that first 8-iron that's at the front of the green wasn't the best of strikes. That 7-iron was a little bit nicer. So there's probably a bit more than a club difference. That wind's picking up. Maybe I just had a bit of gust with the 7. But I think 8 was the right club for the first shot. Not the end of the world. It came up near the front. 7 was the safe place, starting out left, just fading it back to the flag. So we're going to have a look at this shot. With that yellow flag, it's not as tricky a shot. This water, in previous episodes we've talked about how we throw the ball there. Well, this one, the water's not even really in the way for where we're going to try and do it. It could be that underarm one. So I've gone 54-degree wedge. Don't need my 58. It's not an overarm flop shot that I've got to get up really high and stop really quick. I've still got quite a bit of room to work with. So hopefully we can just pitch this. I'm going to go for just a couple of yards onto the green, and then it should just release up to the flag. We're coming out the rough. It's a little bit downwind. I'm not expecting it to stop up as quick as it can. So we've got to focus in on that strike. Think about the length of backswing. Right. I've landed it pretty good. And it's maybe just stopped up a little bit quicker. Could have landed a little bit further, could have hit it a little bit harder, but that's all in one take. We've been rolling since the start here. The cameraman normally thinks, where's that second ball? Is he going to have another go? I'm quite happy with that, and I'll have a putt to save my par from being out of position and having that tricky shot over the hazard. So we've shown you how to play the 17th from the fairway last week and from the rough this week. If you've got any holes out here that you think you might have a bit of trouble with, or any shots that you want to see, let me know, or any shots in particular. We've got that giveaway coming. I've got new clothing coming, so we'll be kitted out next time. Hope to see you all then.